Welcome to the iOgrapher podcast with your host, Dave Basulto. Create amazing stories using your iPad or iPhone. iOgrapher Nation, get ready to click, point, and create. And now, here's Dave Basulto.
Hey everybody, Dave Basulto, CEO, inventor of iOgrapher. I actually have another moniker I'm going to add called author, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. But this is the iOgrapher podcast. We are on episode 7. So let me tell you a really brief background on this. I started the podcast in 2015 with Visions of Grandeur. Did 6 episodes in mid-September till August. And then just completely got bogged down with business and, being a 4-person company here, I wear a lot of hats. So luckily our machine has just been so well oiled over the 2016 that my team and I decided that I need to get back doing my podcast. I need to get back doing more video tutorials, etc., etc., etc. So 2017 is all about content. I am excited because I get to use my creative side again and start making some fun videos. Not only video tutorials, but little short films and things that I've, really made the iOgrapher for kids and people of all ages to use. I mean, now I can start using the tools that I wanted to use them for, for kids. I can use them now for myself. So I'm very excited about that. So this is episode 7, and we're going to continue on from episode 6, which I thought was a very good episode on creating perfect shots. If you haven't heard that, you should check it out. And just super excited to be here in 2017, and a lot of good things to look forward to. As I said, I have a new moniker, which is author. And I spent a better part of last year writing a book called Life Camera Action, and talks all about how to create great content using your mobile devices, and talks a little bit about the iOgrapher story and how we became what we became, and just something to really to inform you about the various things that you can do with these great tools that you have in your pocket. The biggest goal that I have is that I want people to become more creative with their mobile devices, and create content instead of just absorbing things all the time. I see, and I'm bad at that too, and I yell at my son. I don't really yell at him. He's kind of like the king of the castle, but I talk about, hey, we really need, instead of just watching video games all day or playing video games all day, why don't we learn how to code? And, that got him into learning how to do basic coding. And so this is something similar where instead of just watching YouTube all day or Netflix or whatever, why don't you go out and do a little documentary, whether it's about your family or something that you're a cause that you're really interested in, and take some baby steps and start making your own little content that you can share with people. And all the tools are here now. That's what's so exciting about it all, is that you can make professional level equipment with all these. You can make professional level content with all the cool tools that we have. So super, super excited about that. So the podcast is going on. We're going to do it weekly, so stay tuned for that. It'll be released every Wednesday during the week. We're also going to have a live video show that we're going to be doing and on Facebook Live, and we're going to do a live show once a week. Probably on Saturday morning, because we did a live show last year and got some great feedback, and lots of people showed up on Saturday morning, especially educators and people that didn't have stuff to do. Pardon me. I need a little drink of water. I haven't done this for a while. So the flow of the show will be that we're going to be doing interviews with people. We're going to introduce apps of the week or app of the day, or however we're going to do it, and then we're going to talk about accessories of the week, and that's kind of the workflow of our show here, and just to get you informed and to talk about all kinds of events that we have coming up. We're going to be going down to the into Florida for the FETC conference. If you're an educator, we'd love to have you come out and meet us down there. and do some fun discussions. And just very excited to be focusing in on making content this year. I'm trying to dust off my podcast shoes here and get things rolling. So please stay tuned. I know this is a quick episode. I will dive into a couple things, some news. So I for Christmas, I had asked Santa for some wireless earphones. Basically, I really wanted to test them out to see that if I could use them as wireless microphones, instead of having to take around wireless microphones. I just pop in my earbuds in my ear, my AirPods in my ear, and be able to do interviews, or maybe I can hand one to somebody and they can be talking in one and I'm talking in the other. I mean, I was kind of excited about all that. However, the AirPods do not fit in my big ears. They just fall out. And so I'm going to be testing out these new things called Skybuds, which are very similar. Bad part is that we're on a very early cutting edge of this. So most of the apps out there, and I'd say like 99% of them, do not accept those as incoming audio. So if you're trying to use like a Filmic Pro, at least not at the time of this podcast, if you're trying to use like a Filmic Pro or something, it's not recognizing the AirPods or any wireless microphone, Bluetooth, as a incoming audio source. So maybe that will change one day. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool, especially if you're doing any kind of live stuff. I'll take that back. I did try Facebook Live, and they worked decently, I thought. So definitely not as good as wearing a Sennheiser or a Rode or a great microphone, but you still got better audio than not having anything. So we're going to check those out a lot and do some really cool stuff. Check out my davidbasulto.com blog, and that's where I'm going to be blogging most of the time for the future. I just really want to start doing my blog over there. It's a WordPress platform, which I want to thank many of you out there who got me hooked up with using WordPress. I was trying to figure out what blog I could use. We have our store is based on a Shopify platform, the iOgrapher store, and the blogging ability of that is really limited. You can put in a photo or a video, and you can put in some text, and that's it. And the interaction of being able to share and being able to comment is just so convoluted that, and I've told the Shopify people, I want to really do these things to get into good discussions with people to further, our brand and your ability to create things. So davidbasulto.com is where we're going to be doing all the blogs, and I'm very excited to get that rolling in the first part of January. I'm just going to give you a quick app of the week. Then I'm going to give you an outro, and we are going to move on to other things. So let's talk about the app of the week.
It's time for the app of the week.
So if you haven't been following me on Facebook, or iOgrapher, I should say, on Facebook, facebook.com/iOgrapher, we did a 5 days of Christmas where I gave away 50 presents, and they were from cases to what else? Microphones, mugs, all kinds of swag that we have here, hats, just fun stuff. Had a great turnout and audience, hundreds and hundreds of people, and we had a lot of fun. We had what I was doing was making you figure out different quotes, and I did my best as a former actor to act out these movie quotes, and you had to guess what they were, and whoever said it first won. So we were super excited, and the people in the audience loved it. We had people from all over the world, and we're going to continue that on Facebook Live. Of course, I'm not going to do 50 presents, and I will say that was a huge pain in the butt because I'm the one that had to send them all out. But we're going to do a weekly giveaway on our Facebook.com iOgrapher live show. So please follow us on that. But the reason I'm talking about that is that there's a new app, and if you'd watch the Facebook Live shows, I've talked about it every episode that we did in the 5 days of Christmas. and it's called Switchergo. And you guys know that I love the Switcher Studio guys, the Switcher Studio app. If you don't know it, it's at switcherstudio.com. And Switcher Studio allows you to have multiple sources. So you basically can set up your iPad. Let me just tell you my workflow. So I have Switcher Studio on my iPad Pro, my gigantic iPad Pro that we don't make a case for. It's a 12-inch one. And I have a keyboard and whatnot. And that is my base. And then on each one of my iPad Pros or my iPad Air or whatever I use, currently I use the iPad Pro. I've got 4 of them. So I put the iPad Pro on there, the 9.7-inch one, and in the iOgrapher case with microphones, etc. And I can connect back using the Switcher Studio app, Switcher Pro app. And that allows me to switch back into the iPad Pro that has all of the connections over the Wi-Fi to those various devices. So now I've got 4 angles of different iPads, right? I got those hooked up to my Switcher Studio app on the big iPad, and I'm switching back and forth into different angles, and I can add all kinds of lower third stuff and graphics, and it's a super cool thing. In fact, we did a shoot for my friend Michelle Dozois. If you actually go, I'll put a link up in the show notes on this and where it is. But I showed you the whole workflow of how we did that, and saved her thousands and thousands of dollars versus the old way of how she made her workout videos. So awesome stuff. Switcher Studio guys also came up with a new app called Switchergo. And what I like about Switchergo is that if you want to just go on Facebook Live or YouTube or even just to your camera roll, it allows you to go on those channels with your main camera or your rear camera on your iPhone or iPad. And you can also bring in different graphics. So let's say, and I'm going to use this at the Consumer Electronics Show this week, just to show as an example. Let's just say you're out there and you go and shoot some B-roll of different. Let's say you're going to the DJI booth, and you're going to go up and you're going to start filming some of their new drones that they have, and maybe the DJI Mavic Pro, which is the drone I got for Christmas, which I'm excited about. And you got this B-roll stuff that you shot, and you can actually go in there and edit it on iMovie or whatever your Premiere Clip, Adobe Premiere Clip. You can go and edit it on any editor you want, and then save it out into your camera roll. And now in Switchergo, you can go in there and add that as a source, not a source, as a clip that you want to play during your live show. So let's say that I'm interviewing someone from DJI, and he starts to talk about, and we're doing this live on Facebook, and he wants to talk about the DJI Mavic Pro, and I went and shot footage of that. So as he's talking, I'm interviewing him. I can click over to that footage that's already loaded in my app, and that will play. So the people, instead of just having someone talk, like having a face that you're just watching the whole time as they're talking, you can bring in different content. You can bring in stills, you can bring in video, like I said, and you can also bring in if you have like a PNG formatted logo, you can put that as a lower third to have your logo on there so people can see your logo. So you can brand your stuff. It is, and it's free. I mean, I told the Switcher guys, "Are you crazy?" But they're good guys over there, and they're making it free. I don't know if it's free forever, but Switchergo, check it out now. It is an awesome app to get going with and start your video streaming, especially for brands that maybe you want to put in video of stuff that you want to show people. We have a new thing coming out here's a quick video of the different things we have, and maybe you want to show features or whatever as you're talking or interviewing or whatever. So Switchergo, guys, it's awesome. Go to switcherstudio.com and check it out. And with that, I just wanted to thank you guys for showing me the support you had all year last year. I'm going to return it this year in spades by doing tons of content for you and helping you become as creative as possible. So check us out at everything's iOgrapher, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. All the social media channels will be iOgrapher. Also check out our davidbasulto.com blog, where my book, Life Camera Action, will be on sale, and also we're going to be doing a lot of blogging stuff there. So thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you checking us out. We're going to be back every week with a new podcast, and I'm super excited to have you guys once again as a tremendous audience. I'm humbled. I'm Dave Basulto, CEO of iOgrapher. Thanks so much. You guys take care.
Thank you for listening to the iOgrapher podcast. Please subscribe and rate our show on iTunes. For comments or questions, please tweet us at iOgrapher or visit us on facebook.com/iOgrapher. iOgrapher Nation, get out there and create.